Hi, welcome to my chair yoga stretch fusion class. I'm Jennifer Wagner with Collective Wellness, and today's class is all done in a chair. It is part 3 of a 3-part series for my chair yoga classes. Please make sure to exercise within your ability, and if you experience any difficulty, stop and seek a physician right away. All right, so this class is a fusion of yoga and dynamic stretching. It is done all in the chair. It's great if you are limited, you have balance issues or not standing very well, but it's also a great class to do while you're at work using your work chair. But also if you just want to challenge yourself just a little bit more, you can go further into those poses because you have one hip on the chair. Let's get started. Find that space, get the chair, make sure it has no wheels, and if possible, no arms. And then join me back here. Welcome back to my chair yoga. I'm going to start by sitting back in your chair comfortably, hands resting in your lap, eyes gently closed. And just inhale and exhale. Leave all your stress, all your worries at the door. Just let everything go. Inhale, exhale. Bring your hands together, center with your chest into Namaste. Inhale, exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Inhale, lifting up to the sky, sitting up nice and tall. Push away. Reverse, inhale. And exhale. One more time, up. Come center. Now forward, inhale. Open, exhale. Wide, and then close. Good, center. Again, forward. And open, and close, and center. Go ahead and scoot yourself to the edge of your seat. Feet a little bit wider. Fingers in, elbows are out. Cat-cow. Tailbone under, sink through your tummy as you press towards the back of the chair. Then coming up and out into cow. Tailbone out, chin is out. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Tailbone under, arch the back. And then up and out into cow. Good. Back and forth. Moving through the spine. First thing we do is warming up through the spine and we work our way out. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, each. And release. Feet come back together, bring your hands up, and then sway side to side like a kite, lifting your rib cage up and over. Good. Inhale and exhale. Hold to the right. Right arm drops down, left rib cage lifts up and over. And push your left arm back. Good, inhale up. Switch sides, up and over. Left arm comes down. Right rib cage up and over. And then right arm pushes back. Good, inhale up. Switch sides again. Right arm comes down, left rib cage lifts, keeping your hip down. Left arm pushes back. Go a little bit further over and a little further back. Good. And then twist, looking down, open back up, and lifting it. Switch sides, left arm down, right rib cage up and over, right arm pushes back. A little bit more, over and up. And then twist, looking down, open back up, and release. Hands to Namaste. We're going to start into twisted chair. keeping your chest centered as much as you can with your hands, ears staying level with your shoulders. Now you're going to add on to this. So left elbow, right knee, center, switch. So we're going to activate the core with this a little bit more. Good. The idea is to try to get the knee up. We're not necessarily dropping the elbow yet, but if you need to kind of go as high as you can, that's fine. Again. Now, twisted chair, drop the elbow, looking to the side. Coming up and switch. Opposite elbow to the outside of your knee if you can, or as far as you can go. Last time. You're going to add on to this twist, drop your elbow, and then open up. Gently pushing on the knee, and then pushing out and back. Open yourself up. Hands back to namaste, coming up in center. Switch, drop your elbow outside if you can, and then open up. Back together, coming up, twist, drop your elbow, and then open. You're gently pushing on that leg and pushing back. Back together, switch sides last time, dropping your elbow and then open. Coming back together and center. Good. All right, hands coming right behind the chair. I want you to lean back a little bit. So from the side, it looks kind of like this, but you want to lift the chest up. We want to avoid sinking down. So lift the chest up. We're going to do some core work here. You're going to curl as you bring one knee in and then come back. Curl, bring the knee in. Good. So as you curl, that's when you sink the tummy, but when you go back into that starting position, that's where the chest is lifted. Curl, chest is lifted. Good. Now, if you have a hard time contracting muscles, just your fingertips, right at the point where you want to contract, tells the brain to contract. Good. Keep going. If you want to challenge yourself, you can take those hands off the chair. And then you can twist if you'd like, adding those obliques right through here. Good. Nice and controlled. We're not going fast. Opening, pause, close. One more time each. You have your different phases, what works for you. And release. Reaching up, open up. Lift and stretch those abs. Good. And release. Okay, right leg extending out, foot is flexed. You're gonna go straight up and down. So we did this in the last chair yoga. You see some resemblance of some things. We're kind of moving in to different stages between the 3 different chair yogas. Go ahead and rotate the hip. Feel like kind of like a little warm up for the leg. And work at the same time. Good. And release. Switch legs. Nice and tall. Lifting. Toes are pointed straight up to the sky. So toes and knees are up. Chest is lifted. Try not to sink in every time. Rotate through that hip as you lift. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Keep that core in check. We've already activated the core with the ab work, so they should be firing up already. And release. Good. From here, you're going to take your right ankle to ankle or ankle to knee, but then you're going to go right out of it. So if you're in the first phase, you can be here to here. Second phase is ankle to knee. But what I want you to do is you're going to use the hip joint to lift and go into that next position versus using the arms to pull you up. One more. Switch sides. Again, you can go ankle to out, or ankle to knee. Try not to use your hands if you can. Bring them back here. Help with your posture. Inhale, exhale. Let through the hip joint. One more. And release. Shake it out. Okay, we're gonna go into the cat-cow for the torso, but the arms are gonna add in. So tuck your tailbone as you sweep those arms around, and then you're gonna up and up. Good, so we're activating the arms with this now. Still working through the core, but now using the arms. Keep going. Move through the spine and the shoulders and arms. Good. Keep it up. Big movements, or keep them small if you need to. One more each. Release. Now just with the right arm, sweep across. Good. Pull the arm across. You're going to grab a hold of your wrist now. Pull across and feel that through the rib cage, through the shoulder joint. And release. Sweep left. Sweep across, your elbows lifted, then grab the wrist and then pull. Coming up, release, switch sides. Right arm sweeps. Grab hold of the wrist and pull. Release, left arm. Grab the wrist, pull. Shake it out. Okay, we're going to turn to your right. We're going to start with our sun salute. Back heel is off the floor, your left heel. Left knee's dropped under. Your right toes and knees are lined up, chest is lifted. So letting that left knee drop, your chest is lifting up. So we're separating, opening up. And then you're going to push the heel back as you go further. And then push the knee forward as you feel the work. Good. Now with this being the third of my 3-part series for chair, go ahead and try to challenge yourself a little bit more. Take that foot back a little bit more. The cool thing about chair yoga is that it can be used to challenge yourself more. So not only it could be an assistant tool, but it can help you go further into those poses without feeling like you're going to fall. Go ahead and push back and hold. Bring your arm up, so left arm up first. Open up, chest is lifted. Inhale, exhale. Release. You're going to open yourself up. You're going to drop your left heel down. Okay, so now we're going to open into warrior 2. One arm forward, one arm back, or to the side actually. And then check the right knee. Make sure it's pushed open. And then your left leg is nice and straight. You're sitting on the edge of the chair. Again, you can go a little further with that leg if you'd like. Challenge yourself a little bit more. Inhale. And exhale. Reverse warrior, so hinging forward towards your right, palm facing up first, and then you're going to sweep up, and then your left hand slides down, chest is lifted. Inhale, exhale. You don't have to go so far with that left hand, you can be at your hip if you need to, but still keep the chest lifted. We're not compressing through the spine and dropping down. Right arm comes to your thigh. We're going to go into extended angle. Left arm up, open up the chest, left shoulder up and back. Fingertips reach to the sky. Good. Now you can go into different phases for the extended angle. So you keep your forearm here. You can bring your arm down and go further. And then top arm can go up and over. The next phase you could even do is take the left hand, go behind your back as an option, but that shoulder needs to be opened up. And then if you can, bring under. It's a little harder with the chair, but if you can get there, more power to you. Relax the neck, you can look down, look forward. Good. Coming out of that pose. And then your left leg, I want you to rotate. You're going to walk your right foot in. And then you're going to scoot yourself off so your left hip is off the chair if you can. Right knee is in front. Left foot is flexed. What I want you to do from here now is work through the hip joint. The toes and knees will follow, but we're working through the hip joint itself. Without turning the whole body, I really want you to get deep into that hip. And that hip will come up a little bit as you rotate in, and then let the hip drop as you rotate out. Go ahead and rotate in, and then sliding down. You can turn towards that leg if you wish to. Feel it through the hip joint. Coming up, rotate out. Let the hip drop down as you rotate out, and then hinging up. Inhale, exhale. Coming up, slide your left foot in, center yourself on the chair, but you're still on the edge of your chair, and then you're going to take your left ankle to ankle or ankle to knee, and then let your left knee drop out and down. So this is a version of the pigeon pose if you did yoga or tried yoga on the floor in the past. Chest is lifted and then hinge forward. But let the hip open up, let the knee drop down. Same thing if you did the modified. You have that same opening effect right there. It's just how far do you bring your foot in. Inhale and exhale. Bring your left knee up. Hook your right arm around and turn, spinal twist, and then rock side to side. Feel that in the hip joint a little bit more. This hip should feel nice and loose by the time that we're done. There you go. And release your leg. Shake it out a little bit. Okay, we're going to switch sides. So turn to your left. Grab a hold of your chair so you don't fall off. Right knee goes down and back, sliding your right foot back. Make sure your knee is underneath or behind you, and then your heel is straight up. Let the knee drop slightly under, chest is lifted. Good, push the heel back and push the knee forward. Stretch, and then feel the work. There you go. Again, you can challenge yourself. Slide that foot back a little bit more. Go deeper into that stretch. Now I'm setting these up in threes for the series because you can do like these on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or you can do them Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, but it gives you a well-rounded workout between these 3 videos, and all you have to do is just tag them, and then it'll be easy to find. But you'll also find them in my Chair Yoga Stretch Fusion playlist. All right, go ahead and stretch back. Push and let the knee drop. Right arm comes up, chest is lifted, open up to the sky. You can add your second arm if you'd like. You have your different phases, what works for you. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale, so you can go a little further. Push the heel back. Exhale. Hands coming down. You're going to open your hips and chest towards me, and your right heel is dropping down. Right leg is straight, and then I want you to check your left knees and toes are still open to the side. Warrior 2, arms parallel. And again, stretch out a little further, straightening that leg, pushing the heel down, hip is open, challenge that body a little bit further. If you find that you've gone too far and your breathing is compromised, just back it off just a little bit so you can still keep going forward into the poses without hurting yourself. Reverse warrior, left palm up, hinge forward, and then sweeping up. Right hand can come to your hip or sliding down, but keep the chest lifted before you slide down. Inhale and exhale. Good. So you can go a little further, chest is lifted, sliding a little more. Extended angle, left forearm to your thigh, and then right arm up and up. Good. Keeping the knee open, right leg straight. You have your different phases. You can bring your left hand down. You can bring your right arm up and over. You could even do forearm and then arm up. But keep the chest open. That's the biggest thing, is that we start to drop the shoulder to try to go into the next phase. So what works for you? And then the other option is the right hand goes behind the back. Clasp a hold of your left thigh if you can. Neck is neutral, so you can be looking down or looking up. Inhale, exhale. Coming up, release the arms too. Then you're going to turn, walk your left foot in, and then you're going to shift yourself to the left. You can even have your hip off the chair, not your left, your right, and then straighten your right leg, foot is flexed. Good, and then rotate through that hip. Feel that, or have the knee and toes follow the hip as it opens and closes. Everything is moving through the hip joint. Hold on to that chair if you need to. Let the hip drop as you open. The hip will lift as you close the hip. Go ahead and rotate in with the hip and then sliding down. You can go sideways or you can turn, whichever works for you. Coming up, turn that hip out and then hinge. Inhale, exhale. Coming up, grab that chair to walk yourself in, center yourself, but you're still on the edge of your seat, and then you have right ankle to ankle or ankle to knee. Nice and tall. Make sure this bottom foot's right below the knee. Let the hip open, let the knee drop. Chest is lifted as you hinge forward. There you go. Go into it as far as you can, but try to let that hip relax, release. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Coming back, bring your knee up and in. You can take your left hand or elbow hooks around, turn to your right. Chest is lifted, and you can rock side to side. Inhale, exhale. And release. Nice and tall. Start with your arms out to the side. You're going to rotate through the shoulder joint, activating your postural muscles. Go ahead and open, pulse up. Feel that through the shoulders, but keep the shoulders away from the ears though. Now pulse back, so your thumb is going straight back. It's a little movement. Keep your ears lined up with your shoulders though, so you're not pushing through the chin. And then now you're going to pulse the elbows down and back. Chest is open, so it goes slightly behind. Activating those lats, the wings of your back. And release. Shake it out. You're going to have your hands in front. palms facing down. Stack your hands and your elbows are out to the side. This is a version of the downward dog. You're going to lift the hands and they're going to go up over the head, but my hands are still together and I'm pushing my elbows back. But watch your neck. Neck is neutral, ears are back. So we're not straining through the neck itself. Pushing the elbows back. Feel that through the chest, shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale. And then you're going to come up and over to the right. Left elbows up, pushes back. Feel that through the rib cage. Coming up, switch. Right elbow up, over. Push the elbow back. Inhale. Exhale. Coming up and release. Rock your head side to side. Let the shoulders drop down. You could always grab a hold of the chair and elongate your spine, but that will help stretch even further as the shoulders are pulled down. And then turn your head side to side. To the front. Right ear drops down. Left shoulder drops down. Left ear pushes up as you go deeper into that neck stretch. Keeping your right ear down, drop your chin just a tiny bit. Feel that stretch move behind the ear. And then keeping your ear down, push your chin up. Feel that in front of the ear. Center, switch sides. Right shoulder down. Right ear pushes up as you drop your left ear. Keeping your ear towards your shoulder, drop your chin a little bit. Feel that behind your right ear. And then reverse, push the chin up. You notice I never actually do a neck roll. So many people having arthritis, it's very hard on the neck itself, right up into the spine and the brain. But it also, most people don't do it right. It's very common to be done and release and look over your shoulder. We don't realize how much we compress the spine in that neck area because we let the head just drop back as we roll. Go and switch. But it's that circular motion that can be very hard on people's spines too. So you just go in and out of each pose. Release the hands, bring your chin forward, push your chin back, tuck your chin down. Feel that through the back of the neck. Keeping your chin tucked, arms down by your sides, and then curl yourself down, vertebra by vertebra. Just let yourself go down as far as you can. Arms and shoulders, letting go, let them hang. Inhale, exhale. Curling yourself up. Nice and tall. Good. Go ahead and sit back. Feet slide out from underneath, hands resting in your lap. Your back is against the chair. Just gently close your eyes. You made it through. Inhale. Exhale. Be proud of yourself, the time you took to take care of yourself. Inhale. Feeling everything just kind of melt away. Inhale. Exhale. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. And deep breath in, reach for the sky, lifting up as high as you can. And exhale, push away. Again. And exhale. One more time. And exhale. And namaste. Thank you so much for joining my class. I hope you liked it. If you want notifications for other classes, just click on that little picture of me. I have standing and floor only yoga stretch fusions also. And what you've learned from the chair yoga, you can transition and use into my other ones too. So thank you again. Come back soon.